Tell y'all something right now. If this beat drop and it goes that hard again, I'ma fall down and die.
No alone, fill up a mobile home. My nigga's name ring like mobile phone.
Where did this come from? Where did this come from? I'm sick and tired of you.
Culturally inappropriate.
Single-handedly boosted rap to its truest place.
If you guys mind me sharing this, but like, I watched The Irishman and that shit changed me. Because I saw Scorsese, this guy doesn't fucking miss, and he just gets better and better with time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen with like rap. You know, a lot of times like people feel like they age out. And I do understand that for some people like they get to a point where it's like, man, they ain't really got nothing else. And I love and respect that. Because we have to respect artists in the intersection of where they are in their lives and their trajectory and their purpose. And there's all different kind of versions of that. But man, to God be the glory that we get to wake up and still feel this way about this shit and be fucking great.
What's good, folks? Welcome to Blast Podcast Side 2. It is me, DSP, your friendly neighborhood media personality. And we're here to discuss hip-hop's favorite project right now. Let God Sort Them Out by the CLIPSE. No, this is not a review. If you want to get the review, that'll happen on the rotation on the Blast Podcast channel. If you haven't subscribed there, please go do so now. Subscribe to the channel. I drop episodes weekly on the rotation. 1 week it's the album review. The other week it's the artist spotlight. So tap into the rotation on the Blast Podcast. And of course, I drop episodes on the podcast about hip hop. But on side 2, I tap dance a little, do a little two-step or whatever you want to call it. But let God sort them out. If you're a hip-hop fan, you have listened to it. And if you don't like it, that's fine. You're entitled to that. But if you like it, you are on the right side of history. I'm going to say that. You are on the right side of history because this project is a masterpiece, a master class. It's part of the rebalancing, the recalibrating of hip-hop that's taking place right now. GNX pretty much set it all. Let me get this straight. Let me run that back. It wasn't GNX that set it all. It was the battle between the two titans of Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Two titans that represented two opposite sides of the spectrum that is known as the genre of hip-hop. And once these two titans went at it, it meant that the winner of that battle was going to pretty much dictate what was hot coming out of hip-hop. And what happened was Kendrick Lamar was the titan that won. And now people want to hear music that means something, that have substance, that has introspection, makes you reflect on yourself as a listener. Just good art. And that is what Pharrell and CLIPSE brought. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar was featured on the project on the song Chains and Whips, which was super popular. It was never released as a single, but people found a way to get the verse. No, the verse was actually played by the CLIPSE and Pharrell in Paris for their album release party, I believe it was for. Or it was for a fashion show, or perhaps it was merged together because all of y'all know that Pharrell works with LV, and if LV has a fashion show, Pharrell can find a way to work his music into it. You know how that works if you understand business. And that's perhaps what happened, and they played their music, and Chains and Whips was featured on there, and you got perhaps 3/4 of Kendrick's verse, and the morphemic echo that he uses, the delivery, the energy that he brings on there was just electric. Speaking of electric, the guy that was playing the guitar on that song was none other than the legend Lenny Kravitz himself. Pharrell made that happen, and that's just insane. The production on the album is insane. Pharrell clearly was inspired. The CLIPSE was clearly inspired. They got all the top level artists, MCs on the project. It was beautiful, bro. It's a beautiful project. Like I said, this ain't the review. The The review is coming. That's going to be on the rotation. I'm probably going to drop that as a bonus episode because I'm not going to wait to drop that in like September or October or anything like that. I'm trying to get that out as soon as possible because I want people to know exactly how I feel about it and why I rated it what I'm going to rate it. Because I already have rated it and I already wrote the script for it. It's just I haven't recorded it yet. So be on the lookout for that. But I mean, all the excitement surrounding the project, I love it because it's taking a project that is so masterfully put together in the hip-hop genre and putting it to the forefront.
Went from heaters up to fevers up. Bitches in the back, the seat is up. Now I'm 10 times the EBIT up.
Inglorious, victorious, wide body B.I.G. like notorious.
Every move intentional, the links is atypical. Like baseball and DR. You know what the stick will do.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Beware my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it.
Yes, there are other projects out there that you can listen to, but that's not what everyone's talking about. You may have like a loud minority that's talking about it, but the majority of hip-hop is talking about this project. And when I say this project, I'm talking about Let God Sort 'Em Out by the Clipse. They're talking about that project. They're not talking about the other project. If they are talking about the other projects, it's probably in response to what was being said on the Clipse album or how bad those other albums are. As a matter of fact, there are other good hip-hop albums out there. Boldy James and Nicholas Craven dropped Late to My Own Funeral, which is a banger. Another like 11 or 13 song short album, under an hour. And of course, Larry June and Cardo Got Wings dropped the banger Until Night Comes. Fire. West Coast regional banger. I love that project. And I love the Boldy James and Nicholas Craven project. So those are two projects right there that dropped at the same time with the Clipse that are still holding its own. You know what I mean? So there are other projects out there as well that are released. I'm not going to really mention that because I'm saving that for the review because that's going to be probably the most entertaining part of the review. So I need y'all to tap into that. So, of course, make sure you tap into the Blast Podcast. Subscribe to that channel. You'll be able to do that on the end screen. And be on the lookout for the rotation album review of this project. I just wanted to get this off my chest. I didn't want to hold on to it for too long. Thank y'all for tapping in. Truly hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the side 2, and the podcast, of course, like I just mentioned before. Click the notification bell. Select all so you can get all of the updates, man. I'm done. I said enough about this project. Stay tuned for the review. I'm DSP. This is Blast Podcast Side 2. Y'all be safe. Peace.